The ideological differences between the Western Bloc, led by the United States, and the Eastern Bloc, led by the Soviet Union, was central to the Cold War. These differences reflected opposing visions for governance, economics, and society. Governance and political systems. Western Bloc, capitalist and democratic nations, advocated liberal democracy with free elections, political pluralism, and individual rights, emphasized the rule of law, separation of powers, and protection of civil liberties. Political power was decentralized, with multiple parties and independent judiciary systems. Eastern Bloc communist nations advocated one-party rule under the Communist Party, promoted a centralized and authoritarian political structure, suppressed dissent and opposition, civil liberties were subordinated to state control. Economic systems. Western Bloc practiced capitalism, emphasizing private ownership, free markets, and minimal government intervention in the economy. Encouraged entrepreneurship, competition, and consumer choice. Believed in the trickle-down effect, where wealth creation by individuals benefits society as a whole. Eastern Bloc practiced socialism and communism, emphasizing state ownership of production, centralized economic planning, and wealth redistribution. Focused on eliminating class divisions and ensuring equality of outcome. Restricted private enterprise, viewing it as exploitative. Individual versus collective rights. Western Bloc prioritized individual rights and freedoms such as freedom of speech, religion, and press. Valued personal autonomy and the right to private property. Emphasized the pursuit of personal success and self-determination. Eastern Bloc prioritized collective rights and the needs of the community or state over individual freedoms. Promoted equality and the elimination of social classes, but often at the expense of personal freedoms. Restricted personal expression if it was seen as counter-revolutionary or anti-state. Foreign policy and global strategy. Western Bloc promoted the spread of democracy and capitalism worldwide. Formed military alliances like NATO to contain communism. Advocated for open international trade and globalization. Eastern Bloc sought to spread communism and establish socialist governments globally. Formed alliances like the Warsaw Pact to counter Western influence. Opposed Western colonialism but often replaced it with Soviet-aligned regimes. Religion and society. Western Bloc generally supported religious freedom and allowed a pluralistic society. In many countries, Christianity played a significant role in cultural and social values. Eastern Bloc advocated atheism and often suppressed religious institutions, viewing them as counter-revolutionary. Religion was either restricted or co-opted by the state to align with communist ideology. Cultural and social life. Western Bloc encouraged cultural diversity, freedom of expression, and individual creativity. Promoted consumerism and modern lifestyles as part of its economic model. Eastern Bloc culture and art were heavily censored and used as tools of propaganda to promote socialist realism. Consumer goods were often limited, focusing instead on meeting basic needs. These ideological differences fueled tensions, alliances, and conflicts during the Cold War.